Again, it was good. It'd be great to see the film, but I really like the way our guys competed out there today, and I think it's always good when you can mix the team up and still have success. With guys haven't necessarily played with each other the entire spring, and when you can mix the teams up and they still go out and be able to execute, I feel like we got something going there.
Coach, it's just one of 15 sessions, but did you feel that what you saw from the quarterbacks today, that Herbert maybe showed that he might be the better of the three right now?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. He had a hell of a scrimmage today, but he had some bad practices too. So, and they all have, throughout spring ball. Travis had some good scrimmages, and he had bad. They all had some ups and downs, and that comes with it, with a new staff, new scheme, and learning. But they all got to continue to get better. And for me personally, I'm looking for more than just throwing touchdowns and those things. I'm looking for a guy that can lead his football team, a guy that's going to rally everybody on this team, not just the offensive guys, but defense and everyone. And when we can find that guy, that's when we're going to name who our starting quarterback would be. But they all working, they all getting better. I've been really impressed with the competition, and I think it says a lot with those guys when you see a guy have a bad day and how they respond. They can come back and put it behind them. And, again, our guys have been up and down throughout the spring, but they're competing, and that's what you want out of it. And the good thing about it, we don't play until September, so we can continue to evaluate. And I think this offseason is going to be big. When I talk about who can lead this team, who can get his teammates out there to work on their craft when the coaches can't be there, I think that's huge, something that we hadn't been doing, even though we didn't do it as much in January, and I wanted more from that, and it starts with the quarterback. So who can get his teammates to go out and work when the NCAA don't allow us to be out there with them? That's what's going to make us a better football team. Guys that can lead his guys and hold them accountable to coming out and getting better.
Please raise your hand if you have a question. Sky.
We've heard a few of the practices over the past couple of weeks have been, quote, outstanding, and there have been a lot of juice at practice. How did today compare to those? Did you see the juice in the spring game that you're looking for?
Yeah, I saw, especially from Team Free, and guys running down the end zone and when they're making plays. But it's been there, and that's part of what we want to have is a lot of energy around here and have fun doing it, But I thought the entire Oxen Stadium had the juice in it, all those people out there. That was pretty impressive, to see all of them come out and watch the Ducks. And then, like I said, watch our guys go and perform and have fun. That was great.
Coach, you mentioned a quarterback that you want, to be a good leader. Is that something that you're personally working with quarterbacks on? Absolutely,
because I've seen it. I've seen it for some of the better ones. I've seen it from Andrew Luck and how he changed that entire football team at Stanford. And I've seen it from Quentin Flowers at USF and how he changed the entire football team. And, it starts there with the quarterback, and that's part of our job is to teach them and train them and show them how to do those things. And it's a work in progress when guys hadn't been doing that before. And but they're coming. They're not there yet, but they're coming, and I saw a little more today, and it was good to see.
Willie, did you identify a few things that you think you guys are definitely going to be good at in the fall?
Yeah, a lot. I think we're going to have a lot of juice. We're going to be good at having juice, but no, we'll be good. I think running the football will be good. I think we'll be good at throwing the football as well. I think we got a chance to have a good team. Again, we're not there yet, but we're doing some good things overall. And today we really didn't. We just ran some of the simple plays, the base plays. We didn't really run a lot of our offense and didn't run a lot of our defense. And, again, it was good to see our guys being able to go out and compete and have fun together.
Jason.
Yeah, Coach, he was going off his question. What do you think you'll be good at on defense? Because clearly you want to be stouter, you want to be physical. This team can probably get better defensively. What do you think they're good at?
Well, we have nowhere to go but up, so we're going to be good, again, just playing together. I think we'll be better tacklers. We'll be better fundamentally sound, being where we're supposed to be. But I think one thing you're going to see is playing with great effort. And I think that's half the battle when it comes to playing defense is playing with great effort, playing with passion. And if you can do that, that by itself going to help us be a lot better than what we were, and as we continue to get guys in here and continue to compete, we're going to continue to get better as a defense. But I've seen a lot of guys get better throughout training camp, and we just got to find the right 11 guys that's going to play with that passion and be fundamentally sound and make the plays we need them to make.
One in the back to Nick.
One of the great traditions we've seen here over the last few years is the shirts off their backs after the spring game. Why was that important to you to continue that?
Well, when it was brought to my attention, I thought it was a great idea. I'd never been a part of anything like this before, and to see that happen, to see our military, our armed forces here, and the flyover and everything, that was impressive. I know for me personally, being able to receive the flag, that was huge. I made sure I gripped that flag really tight. I wasn't letting it go. It wasn't going to fall in my hands, but that was special. And again, that was something different, something new to me, but it meant a lot, and especially all they do for us. We couldn't play this great game of football without them looking over this country and taking care of this country. So I really appreciate everything. And again, it's just a great day. I thought it's a great tradition to have and to continue.
Tyson.
Willie, when you came in here, you said you wanted to bring in guys who were going to come in and steal the jobs from some of the returning starters or compete to take those jobs. Mm-hmm. Kind of looking and evaluating the spring, how do you think that some of the veterans returning starters did in terms of competing for their jobs? I mean, you look at today's game and a lot of guys who are coming back were the guys who stood out like Carrington and Benoit, et cetera, et cetera.
I thought those guys did well. I thought by having the competition, it made us better as a football team. And you've seen it throughout spring. And when I talk about getting better, that's one of the things, learning to compete, and competing for jobs, competing every day you go out. And when you compete like that every day, it helps us get better. And I've seen it. I've seen that Arian Spring had a fantastic spring, and he started off slow. But as we got going every day, he was making plays. He'll do something different and make a play for us, and it continued in every scrimmage we've had, and it continued today. Darren has been great for us, making plays and doing the things he needs to do. And again, you see it throughout, but that competition is going to continue. Again, because we're not where we need to be as a football team, and this off season, when the coaches aren't around, I mean, that's part of the evaluation as well. And again, who's going to work on their craft when we're not around? We want guys that's passionate about getting better and making this football team better. And then we're going to get the freshmen in here in the fall and get them opportunity to compete for a job as well. So that competition is not over yet. We got some pretty talented freshmen coming in here, and we're going to get them an opportunity to compete as well. So our veteran guys got to continue to work. And they got to do one heck of a job this offseason, just continue to get better, continue to hold each other accountable, and work on their craft.
Can you talk about Darren Carrington's performance today and his performance throughout the spring?
It's kind of what we all expect of him. I got here and everyone talked about he have so much talent, and I think we all know that. And he's a gamer. He's one of those guys that loves to play the game of football. He loves to compete. And if we can have a team full of Darren Carrington when it comes to competing and playing the game, we'll have one hell of a football team, But the kid love to go out there and compete. And I said it before, the spotlight does strange things to some people. Some people show up and show out. Some people go high. He's one of those guys that show up and show out, and we saw that today.
Travis Johnson is in the confessionals.
Kristen.
Looking over not just the spring game, but spring camp as a whole, how would you define or describe what you guys have gone through?
I guess maturing as a football team, and again, it was a lot of learning, not just from our players, but coaches as well. A lot of us haven't worked with each other. So learning to work with each other and coming together and following the plan, it's been good. And like I say, there haven't been any fight back. Haven't been any egos. It's just been guys coming out working every day to get better. And I can truly sit here today and say we got better as a football team, each and every day.
Willie, you said a couple times that you felt like it was a pretty major rebuilding project that you were taking on here. Do you still feel that way? See anything this spring that changed your mind about that at all?
Oh, no, we're still building, Again, we're nowhere where we need to be as a football team yet, We have some good players. We don't have a lot of depth like we need to have. So that's going to be a work in progress, you know. And but the thing for us as coaches and what we're trying to do is just make our guys better than what they were before. You know, if a guy wasn't good enough, we want to make him a little better than what he was before. You know, if a guy was good, we want to make him great. You know, so we're working throughout spring ball, and again, this summer is going to be critical. I mean, I think this is when when the 2017 football team is really going to gel together. Is through this summer, this off season, where they can go out and work together. We got to get our guys to where they're doing that often. You know, where they don't need the coaches to come out and push them to work to get better. You know, we got to get our guys to where they make sacrifices for this football team in order to get better. And this offseason is going to be critical in seeing that.
When you were watching film of this team before spring practice and now you've gone through 15, did any perceptions or opinions of this team, of what you had, change over the 15, positive or negatively?
Yes. I think we were closer as a football team than when I first got here. You know, I think guys are starting to care about each other a lot more. And you see that by guys hanging out with each other. You know, I hardly ever see any of our guys by themselves now. You know, they always have 2 or 3 guys with them when they walk around, when they leave the building, or when they come into the building. And that's, again, so important. We talk about our guys holding each other accountable. It's hard to hold guys accountable when you're not around them. You know, and it's hard to hold them accountable when you don't like them. And it's kind of like you go and do whatever you want to do, buddy. You know, but it's not that way now. You know, so that's been a lot better and really helped with the improvement of our football team. And I think the trust level from players to coaches and coaches to players is at a high level now. You know, and it wasn't there obviously when we first started, but where we're at now, we're so much better than when it was in January. And we had to earn that trust from our players, and they had to earn it from us too. So all of that has been better. And again, what we need first and foremost before we can go out and win any ball game is to come together and care and take care of each other.
We have the former Ugo Amadi back in the cubicle too.
And Jake Hansen.
Sky?
You mentioned earlier about working on your quarterbacks and developing them as a leader. Justin Herbert's a guy that wants to lead more by example than vocally. What has that transition been like this spring with him, as far as you working with him and just trying to get him to come out of his shell a little bit?
Well, I think he's been a leader by example since he's been here. He's been doing everything right. We need more than just a leader by example. We have a lot of those guys on the football team, guys that lead by example. He's the quarterback of the football team. He's got to be vocal. You know, he don't have to be a rah-rah guy. I'm not asking him to do that, but he's got to lead this team. You know, he's got to, like I said earlier, get him or Travis or Braxton, whoever it is, they have to get the team to rally around them. I mean, you go back and look to our heydays here, or you look at the great Marcus Mariota. I mean, everybody played for him. Everybody, not only everybody in that room, hell, the entire Duck Nation wanted to play for him and be there for him. And to me, that's what a great quarterback does. If you look at the ones out there, I used the kid at USC, for example. You know, when he stepped in, everything stepped up for them, you know, and that's what we're looking for. That's what we've been missing around here and what we have to get. You know, they have to lead this football team. I can promise you that if a guy can't do that, they won't be the quarterback of this football team. I don't care who they are or how many games they play, but they're going to be a leader on this football team and get everyone to rally behind them.